Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving into one of the most fascinating heroes in Hero Wars, Alliance, Nebula, the Dominion's legendary stellar warrior. Nebula isn't just another support hero. She's a force multiplier, the kind of hero who doesn't dominate the field with raw damage, but instead empowers her allies to perform at levels they could never reach on their own. When built and used correctly, Nebula can completely change the outcome of a battle. Today, we'll break down her skills, how to build her, the best ways to enhance her power, and of course, the heroes and strategies that can shut her down. So, strap in, because this is going to be a cosmic ride. Let's start with her skills. Her first ability, Astral Projection. Nebula launches a slow-moving projectile that can either be activated manually or detonates once it reaches the furthest enemy. When it triggers, the projectile splits its damage and disperses energy across all enemies caught in its path. The total energy loss is 100%, evenly divided, which means every enemy hit is set back in their race to charge ultimates. What makes this skill incredible is the disruption it causes. Hero Wars battles often come down to timing, who gets their first ultimate off, who controls the flow of the fight. By scattering enemy energy, Nebula slows down their entire rhythm. And remember, this effect scales with her physical attack stat. Pair her with Julius and his perfect reflexes, which increases the speed of progress heroes by 20%, and suddenly you're throwing projectiles faster, disrupting ultimates before they even get started. A well-timed astral projection can win the fight before it really begins. Her second skill is Serenity, and while it doesn't look flashy at first glance, it's deceptively powerful. Serenity restores health to 2 nearby allies and removes negative effects from them. If Nebula is down to 1 ally, she can use it on herself. While the healing numbers aren't enormous, the cleanse is where the real value lies. Removing marks from Satori, water marks from Krista and Lars, or disabling effects like Oyos hunting is game-changing. In clutch moments, a small burst of healing plus a cleanse can completely swing momentum back to your side. Next comes her third skill, Disharmony. This one targets the enemy with the lowest health and deals direct physical damage. It's a finishing tool, designed to pick off weakened enemies hiding behind their tanks. Think of it as a sniper's bullet, it doesn't scatter, it doesn't spread, it simply seeks out the weakest target and punishes them. This works beautifully against fragile damage dealers who are hanging on by a thread. In many cases, Disharmony is the strike that ensures no comeback is possible. Finally, we arrive at her signature skill, Equilibrium. This is where Nebula's identity as a stellar support truly shines. With Equilibrium active, Nebula's basic attacks switch into support mode. Instead of just hitting enemies, she grants her nearby allies a massive buff to both physical and magical attack for 5 seconds with every activation. Think about the implications of this. Heroes like Isaac, who uniquely benefit from both physical and magical attack, suddenly become monsters. Judge, with his shields and control effects, gains tremendous scaling. And the best part? This buff keeps rolling as long as Nebula stays alive. Over time, she transforms her entire team into a wrecking ball. This is why Nebula is so loved. She doesn't just bring utility, she elevates the entire lineup. Now, how do you build Nebula to maximize her stellar potential? Nebula is classified as a support hero, part of the Way of Progress faction, and positioned on the middle line. This means she benefits from protection but can still be vulnerable to area damage or center-focused attacks. Let's talk about items first. When gearing her through the violet and orange ranks, focus on items that increase physical attack and agility. Think of items like the Blade Bow, Selena's Sickle, and Archangel's Wrath in the violet stages. As she advances into orange, prioritize the Alucard's Amulet, The Unity of Extremes and Song of the Valkyries. By orange +3 or +4, she'll have everything she needs to begin functioning at a high level in both early and mid-game. Moving into skins, today Nebula has 5 skins, her default, 2 physical attack skins, 1 armor skin, and 1 dodge skin. The first priority should always be physical attack, because everything she does, astral projection, disharmony, equilibrium, scales off it. Start with her physical attack skin, then the second one, to maximize her ability to empower allies and land strong hits herself. After that, her default skin comes next. It boosts both her skills and provides a little armor, making her just a bit tougher. From there, the armor skin becomes valuable, especially against heavy physical teams. Finally, the dodge skin is last on the list. While dodge has its uses, Nebula is usually better protected by team shields from heroes like Julius, Judge, or Isaac, so dodge doesn't provide as much consistent value. If she ever gets another physical attack or armor skin in the future, those will jump straight to top priority. Let's talk glyphs. Nebula's glyph set includes physical attack, armor, magic defense, health, and agility. Start with health. Without a health skin, she desperately needs this glyph to keep her alive in the mid-game. Second, invest into physical attack, because that directly boosts all her offensive and support capabilities. Third, agility, which further scales her power while also increasing armor. Then go for armor, to make her less vulnerable to physical damage. Finally, magic defense comes last, since her team compositions usually give her solid protection anyway. Raise all glyphs to level 40 for mid-game efficiency unless you're chasing after skill class development. Artifacts are where things get interesting. Nebula's weapon artifact grants a team-wide bonus to physical attack when she uses her first skill. Her book artifact boosts dodge and health. Her ring increases agility, her main stat. Here, the ring artifact comes first. Agility is her lifeblood, scaling everything from survival to support. Second, the book artifact, because adding dodge and health gives her staying power, keeping her alive long enough to do her job. Last is the weapon artifact. While giving the team physical attack sounds great, in her case it's less impactful compared to ensuring her personal scaling and survival. That said, it's still a nice secondary boost when facing low armor enemies. The gift of the elements is simple: max it out. Focus on agility and physical attack. Nebula may be support, but without strong stats, she's fragile and easy to remove before her buffs matter. Fully boosting her through the gift of the elements ensures she survives and continuously powers her team. Talismans come next. Nebula has 2. Her first combines agility with physical attack, exactly what she needs to boost her supportive damage and her buffing strength. Her second talisman adds armor and dodge, giving her the defensive balance to stay longer in fights. Both are excellent, and non-VIP, making them easier to acquire. A Nebula without them can still function, but they truly unlock her full potential. Now, what about counters? How do you deal with Nebula when she's on the enemy team? Dante is one of the strongest counters. His spectral spears and knockback effects can disrupt Nebula directly, reducing her main stats for 7 seconds and heavily weakening her buffs. Darkstar can push her back, disable her skills, and completely block her ability to support allies. Heidi's toxins punish her cleansing from Serenity. When Nebula removes debuffs early, Heidi's poison spikes in damage, making her cleanse a liability instead of a gift. Maya is another strong answer. Her entangling roots target the middle line, exactly where Nebula sits, while poisoning her over time. Krista and Lars form a deadly duo against Nebula. Krista reduces magic defense in the middle line, applies marks, and Lars punishes with storms of damage. Together, they can obliterate her before she has the chance to empower her team. So, while Nebula can be the beating heart of your lineup, she is far from invincible. Knowing her weaknesses is critical. And there you have it, Guardians, the full picture of Nebula. She's one of the most impactful support heroes in Hero Wars, Alliance, a stellar warrior who shines not through solo damage, but through empowering those around her. Build her carefully, pair her with heroes who can exploit her buffs, and she'll carry your team to victory. What do you think about Nebula? Have you tested her with Isaac or Julius? Have you seen her completely shut down an enemy team with a perfectly timed astral projection? Share your stories in the comments, I want to hear them all. And as always, Guardians, stay tuned, stay sharp, and don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and join us here in the Olympus Alliance community. Salute and friendship.